When a narcissist is interested in you, these are the stereotypical ways they will show. Hoovering is an emotional abuse and blackmail tactic used by narcissists who believe they are losing power and control over you. Hoovering refers to the practice of consuming something quickly and with great gusto. They're only attempting to drag you back into their abuse cycle so they can exploit you again. Their self-centered viewpoint is that you broke up with them because they stopped caring about you after the honeymoon phase. It's all too common for unpleasant behavior to follow a good initial meeting. What then are the warning signals that a narcissist is progressively draining you? Watch until the end, and I'll reveal the 9 telltale signals a narcissist is exploiting you. One defining characteristic of narcissists is their inability to acknowledge or accept change. If the narcissist suddenly reaches out to their victim, they may hoover over them. Messages that feel too warm and fuzzy or too innocent to be true should raise red flags. Focus on them rather than trying to solve the riddle. There will be communication regarding how to ignore the situation and proceed as usual. A humorous message or phone call to see how you are doing could be one method to show that you care. A narcissist ex may come up to you at work and say things like, "I miss the old days when you used to take me home on your breaks and bring me coffee," or something to that effect. Another instance is the unexpected delivery of a bouquet of flowers to a loved one. The hallmark of a narcissist is an inability to take responsibility for their actions or make amends when necessary. They could opt to carry on as if nothing horrible had happened. All of this is an act to keep up the narcissist's essential social relationships. Plus, they're trying to trick you into thinking your relationship is still going strong. Second, narcissists are notorious for apologizing despite never truly meaning it. Keep in mind that narcissists can never truly become anything other than who they are at their core. Think long and hard about whether or not they are truly sorry and repentant before deciding to forgive and give them another chance. Such hoovering techniques include subtle yet persuasive undercurrents of deception. You may try making a sudden change and seeing how they react. If the narcissist becomes angry with you, they likely aren't apologetic in a genuine way. People who fit the narcissist personality type are self-centered and only concerned with themselves. Until these ineffective routines no longer yield the expected results, it will not be altered. You should be suspicious of people who pretend to regret something. They've really made a show out of it. Another manipulation tactic has arrived. The best apologies, though they go against human nature, lead to better behavior in the future. Don't stress so much about your choices. Just do what seems appropriate for you in this moment. Third, narcissists will promise eternal love. The narcissist's favorite weapon is the love bomb. Communicate their affection by letting you know how they feel. By bringing up good events from the past, narcissists hope to win your love and attention once more. Narcissists will magnify the importance of these recollections by using their limitless love for themselves and others. Statements such, "I could never find anybody better than you," or "no one else makes me feel the way you do," are instances of what they may have said. Immense displays of affection have the potential to put you at ease. When they keep showing you love, they want you to cave in. These false claims have persisted for quite some time. Narcissists will use the love word to play on your emotions and keep you in an unhealthy relationship built on lies. 4. Narcissists that use the love bombing approach are also likely to make empty promises. They will reassure you by making bold statements. They may propose marriage, present you with a car, or even invite you on a trip. They have no intention of actually keeping their word. People with a high level of narcissism are only accountable to themselves. As a result, you can't count on them to uphold their promise. It's not fair to blame others for how you feel or act. They're swearing to themselves, not you. Remember that they were not designed with you in mind. The narcissist's actions are driven by their need to extend the time they can keep using you. Fifth, if they are unable to reach you directly, they will try to influence those around you. A narcissist would try anything to get you back into their arms. One way to show your parents how much you care is to maintain regular contact with them. These narcissists will use your child to gush to their peers about how amazing you are and how much they miss you. Be wary of this hoovering strategy, in which they attempt to gain access to your personal information by contacting you through people you already know and trust. They might keep trying to shower you with adoration through middlemen. It could be that you have simply given up on making contact with them. 6. A narcissist may try to gain your sympathy by playing the victim. Persons who are more prone to narcissism tend to be dramatic. A lot of the time, they just wallow in self-pity. They are experts at creating false emergencies and crises to get your attention and build rapport. It is common practice to fabricate or exaggerate news of family death as a means of gaining sympathy. Narcissists' powerful emotions stem from their insatiable craving for admiration and praise. They can't take their eyes off of you, and at the same time they need the spotlight. This is a common tactic used by people who want to attract your attention by making you extremely afraid. 7th, they are experts at spreading false information. Such thorough vacuuming will one day be used against you, but not today. Narcissists and other drama queens can now spread false rumors about you throughout their social circles. These people you once relied on are actively plotting your demise now. They are trying to inspire you to action by disseminating false information about you and emphasizing your shortcomings. They will tell stories that make them the hero and you the villain. You will just make things more complicated as you try to rectify what has gone wrong. This is how narcissists try to cut off your social support and push you into seclusion. For them, it's a given that you'll come back to them for help down the line. Even if someone hurts your feelings with words, you get to choose how you react. In other words, it's the kind of effort that won't lead anywhere. 8. Narcissists are masters of the gaslighting technique. A narcissist would use gaslighting techniques to convince you that you are imagining things after smearing your reputation and making baseless accusations against you. No matter how hard I try, it seems like nothing I do will ever be enough. I refuse to accept that as true. Don't think about the time I spent on us. You always seem to read too much into things. My treatment of you wasn't horrible by any means. I tried my hardest, and that was the best I could do. They use gaslighting to get you to misinterpret what they say because they don't want to take responsibility for their actions or care about how you feel about them. That feeling you have deep down inside is probably right. Their claims are intentionally nonsensical because they are made with that knowledge. The people making these claims don't want you to question them or take a breath before reacting. Be ready, they will use every means necessary to provoke you. 9. They hurt themselves intentionally so they can get your trust back. The most blatant clue that a narcissist is trying to hoover you is if they threaten to hurt themselves. If all other attempts at reconciliation fail, a narcissist may threaten to hurt himself. By threatening to hurt oneself if you don't give in to their demands, they hope to coerce you into doing so. To generate a reaction to their calls and texts, some narcissists would go as far as to threaten suicide. Let's pretend for a second that you've concluded narcissists are in immediate danger. If this is the case, you should contact the nearest emergency services number immediately. Keep in mind that you can't be blamed if someone else wounds or kills themselves after you did nothing to stop them from doing so. You should be mindful of the narcissist's potential to draw you into their own world of egotism. They are experts at manipulating your emotions to gain your loyalty. One should constantly keep in mind that narcissists are the ones that wind up hurting other people. The greatest method to achieve distance and perspective is to take a step back and look at oneself objectively from the outside. If you keep your eyes peeled, you can see that the narcissist is utilizing hoovering techniques to get what they want from you. Subscribe and press that like button if you found this video helpful. It would be very helpful. If you find this information to be true, I invite you to see my other videos on the subject of narcissists.